to the man, woman, and men and women out there, and the Israelite foreigners that are scattered across the four corners, and waiting for the return of our Lord, trying to get their minds right in these last days, and making their bodies a living sacrifice to Yahweh Shah and not to Esau. Now I'm just gonna let this video play, and I'm gonna just for a little bit to the part of where the 26-year-old Jake tells his story, and all I'm gonna say is how many homes and how what's the old saying? Where does this hit home?
And find out they did not do it.
Where's my father? Nowhere to be found. You know why he was nowhere to be found? Because I just got a relationship with him a few months ago. Because my mom told me my dad wasn't to keep me away from my dad. I'm 26, bro. I'm 26. My mom kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. Can you imagine all the kids out there who got a fast mom telling them their daddy ain't but the daddy looking for them? I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude.
Yeah, just something real quick. I'm not gonna bring it out, but we're living in those times where these women are being exposed. You can read Sirach 25, 26. Esau's possession, which are our women. Starting with the so-called black woman. When you go to war, what is it? Deuteronomy 18, I believe, when it talks, or 20, when it talks about war. You conquer the man, you destroy the man. Even Exodus, the first chapter, it goes into how you kill the man, but you keep the women. Women are good for economics, and they bring forth children. And when you read the book of the Willie Lynch, when you have her mind, she will break her offspring. She will hate the man, be in fear that she can't depend on him because he's a slave, and he's already been buck broken. His image has been destroyed. So again, she goes right along with the play, with the decrees, with the narrate that has been set for the so-called black woman, starting on down from her on down to the Hispanic woman.
My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has an envelope full of shit proof showing he's been paying child support. He told me, he said, your mom is a lying, manipulative. I have not talked to my mom in months. You know why? My mom called me. My mom's in California. My dad's in North Carolina. I moved out of LA. I can't live in North Carolina or LA because I hate those places because of the trauma I went through on both of those places. My mom calls me.
Collagen may do more than simply help turn back the clock on how to raise cattle. It's 5 critical for life, as well as a new e-report titled The 4.
What you doing, baby? What's going on? I'm at my dad's house. What you doing at house? Didn't I say don't discuss family business? Like, my dad comes and he busts through the door. My dad is happy and married. He's a street. Can't talk about what he do, but he is street. He's happy and married. My mom has been bitter and having sex with so many them dudes of different races, and she just got married recently because she met on Tinder for 1 month. My mom didn't get married because she was in love. She got married because she didn't want to be lonely.
Yeah.
My dad bust through the door and snatched the phone. I was trying to, no. Hello? Put my son back on the phone. No, it's my son too. What do you want? Put my son back on the phone. And my dad loses it. Going in on my mom. And I'm listening to my mom. All that slapping, abuse, and beating me up, choking me when I'm on the floor, beating me with belts, wrapping hangers around other hangers, beating me till I pass out and wake back up, whelps on my back, scars. My mom turned into a 2-year-old little girl when my dad started talking to her. She talked to me like my entire life. He's yelling on the phone, you mad because I left you. and I didn't want to be with you no more. And you kept my son away from me as a weapon. My mom used her kids as a weapon. She used me and my little sister as a weapon. Whenever my mom would get pissed off by my dad or my sister's dad, she would say, "You will never see your son again if you disrespect me."
Okay, I'm sorry, but the video cut off.
How many? With it, like I said, Shalak, I don't know the saying, but what doesn't that hit home? Doesn't that register? Because that's the fate of a lot of Jakes out here. You know, a lot of Jake men. Their mothers are lied to them. You know, like, and one thing, me being around, Judah, I've seen that a lot, and even being around Ephraim, Ephraim, I've been, I grew up around a lot of the tribes, but Judah, Ephraim, Benjamin, I've seen that a lot, ain't nothing. Matter of fact, let me get that. I'm gonna get that real quick. Again, you can read Sirach 25 and 26 on your own. But all wicked is Sirach 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. These women are wicked, man, and they have the license to be such. Esau gave them the battery. Esau gave them the license. Esau gave them the power. I'm talking about starting with the elite banking family, the elites you don't see on TV, the ones that run in the scenes behind closed doors. These people you always see on TV, they're fucking nobodies. They're playing their play. They got their position. They're doing their part. They have a paycheck. They do as told. But the elites, the ones you don't see, they give these women license for child support, to destroy men, to live off their emotions, give them government funding. The courts are behind her. These careers, these jobs, everything is for her. This whole world is for these women. And once these women, get emotional as hell, and and she will use all her emotion, that bitterness and that envy, and she will be set out to destroy you and make your life a living hell, and use your own children against you. The bitches, like these women out here, these bitches are like Vegetas, man. And if you know about Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta used to like to blow himself up and take everybody with him. He had that fancy saying, "Even you, Kakarot." Yeah, that's how these women are, man. But going to the point, I think it's Sirach, the 3rd chapter. And I remember Elder Gabar, he made a beautiful lesson like years back. He was basically talking about if your father is still alive, and if you still have a father, even though it may not work the best out with you, hey, go out there and make amends to your father. Reach out to your father. Try to do good and say your apologies or farewells, or not farewells, but pretty much make amends. Try to reach out, try to see what happened, learn the whole story. Because remember, once you come into this truth, you really, you're understanding why, due to the curses, due to our enemy, the so-called white man and these other nations, we understand the war. This is a strategic war, and all these and basically they're casualties. Our parents were casualties of war. Our people's minds have been destroyed. They fell for the bait. They fell for the trick. They fell for the trap. And our fathers fell into it, and our mothers fell into it. So, you being in this truth, you have mercy on. You try to have mercy on both parties. But make amends to your father. Your mother, half of the time, your mother have lied to you. So Sirach 3 and 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do it thereafter, that you may be safe. For the Lord had given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mothers over the sons. So the Lord always set up an order to be, upon the earth. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins. Just like Elder Gabar said years ago, you go out there and make amends to your father, and he might not, tend to deal with you because, you got to think about it, man. And I sit back and think about that sometimes. If I would have had a child and this bitch put me through the ringer, I love children dearly, man. But man, you just got to sit down and think sometimes, meditate. If here it is, you don't put your seed in a woman, and that bitch done slept with other guys, and that bitch done caused you grief and pain and agony, made you lose money. You already living through hell. Esau already hates us being men. The so-called, starting with the so-called black men on down to the Hispanics. He already makes our lives hard because we're men. And he really wants us to be a weak pushover, weakling, just so he can stay in power. Because he's really, we are really the threat of this world because we are the Israelites. And, Esau just wants us basically to turn over and die and have no fight in us and really just be as women. That's why he wants us to be a part of the men to be part of the LGBTQ community. But, you got to think about it, sit back at times and just have a little bit of understanding. And, sometimes your father will not take you or accept you because, so again, our parents don't have the truth, but we have the truth. So you got to have some type of understanding. Your father may not, want to have no dealing with you. But again, you make amends, and hey, it is what it is. Unfortunately, my father passed at a young age when I was still a baby, but I showed my father, I still have pictures of him, and I actually found more pictures of him growing up. I always wondered about my father. But, the point is this, if your mother was, lied and nagged and said words like that to your father, man, it's a lot of grief inside his and that's another, if your father was, kind of upstanding type of guy, maybe he'll come around, but, again, just have mercy, have understanding. Verse 4, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. And remember, man, our mothers are bugged the fuck out. Half of our mothers are bugged out, man. A lot of us don't, our mothers is not with our father. Our mothers have laid up with different men. A lot of our mothers have had children by different men. So here it is, you have a bunch of half sisters and half brothers. You wonder why your house is chaotic, but and again, you still have, have understanding. I'm not telling you to be like, you fucking bitch, mother, you fucking bitch, da-da-da, this and that. Nah, you sit down and talk about, you talk about it with your mother, but, all in all, you gotta understand, our parents and our cousins, a lot of our family members are casualties of war. They fell for the trick. They stepped on the landmine, and they got blown the fuck up. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. Verse 6, he that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient to the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his masters. Verse 8, honor thy father and mother both in word and deed. But again, going into the strategic plan to destroy the father of the house. Esau starting with, with rap music, movies, etc. They always bash the father a deadbeat father. Matter of fact, man, I gotta show, this one right here. Yeah, my man, I don't know who this guy is, but Industry Hoax. Yeah, you did a good job on this one. This video right here, child support court nap documentary. He actually goes into the whole term and the narrate that Esau created for the deadbeat dad, like it says, our God to single mothers, fill up the jails, destroy families. That's Esau, the devil, right there with the booklet. That's been a strategic plan to set up those landmines for our parents to fall right onto and step right on and blow the fuck up and blow their minds right the fuck off the map. And our people fell for it. So again, you just gotta have understanding. It may not make it. Your father may not, deal with you, or things may not get better. I mean, it is what it is. So it says, verse 9: For the blessing of the father establishes the house of the children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out the foundation. So since our mothers have pretty much been given a lot to be, given the matriarchy. It's never been a patriarchy, because if it has ever been a patriarchy, the so-called black woman would never be moved around as if she is, because the so-called black woman has no fear of the so-called black man. That's why she goes on these podcasts and it ushers out every fucking thing. So it's never been a patriarchy, but Esau promoted and pushed for the matriarchy. So glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. That's right. And again, a lot of these men, they have done a lot of wickedness. I'm not going to sit there and say, some of my father wasn't perfect, but remember, we in captivity, and a lot of things played out which wasn't supposed to play out. Again, it's like this documentary on Freaknik, man. Come on, man. Can you imagine the parents? I mean, not parents. Yeah, the parents and the children that brought forth through Freaknik. Come on, man. You think your mother going to you? Yeah, son. Oh, yeah, daughter. I was in the Freaknik, shaking my ass, popping his pussy, and your father slipped up in me. Boom, we got pregnant, and da 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 da, and nah, she's not gonna tell you that. She ain't gonna tell you. Your mother's not gonna tell you the truth, man. She's gonna hide that on. She's gonna take that to the grave 9 times out of 10. So again, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's honor is no glory to thee. Verse 11: For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. And did I not take off the Marilyn Monroe, the Edomite slut, bitch, or did he not remove her and put the black woman in her image? Starting off with the so-called black woman on down. So now the black woman is the new Marilyn Monroe. And since she's in dishonor, Esau deemed her. If you want to get a good glance, take on that, go to this this page right here. If I'm not mistaken, go to this. Let me see. If you go on this channel right here, it'll go into, if I'm not mistaken, damn. Oh, troped. Let me. Shit. Troped. Damn it. Here it is. The tape. Yep. Here it is right here. So if you go on this, if you go on this website, this channel, and you scroll down, oh man, yeah, they've been damn, that's crazy. I didn't get none of these I didn't get none of these notifications. If you go on this channel right here, it goes into how all these it'll go into how all these narrators were pushed on the people. And it goes into one how the so-called black woman's whole ideology of her being the single black woman, the strong black woman, the Jezebel, etc. It goes into that. But, again, I may not find it, but the point is this: you go into this right here. Yeah, you go into this and you'll see it, Going back to the scripture and I'm going to end it. So, so, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. So, since the so-called black woman, starting with her on down to the Hispanic woman, since there is no honor for them, it's really no, how you say, their image have been destroyed as well. She has a bunch of low self-esteem. She's on edge. She hates herself. She's very how you say it? She's I can't think of the words, but you get my point. So anything that which cleaveth, so like anything that seems as if she's going to get some type of honor or glorification, our women are going to flock onto it. So Esau put the trap out there. Single mothers, yeah, girl, you're a single mother, you're winning. Any Lil Kim image, the Trina image, what you got, the Evie Queen image. You got all of these images which our women have thought they promoted as if they was liberated, they were strong, they were winning. They were just so how you say it, so much filled with so much spunk. But at the end of the day, you was fucking losing, and now you look even worse than before. So it says, "My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth." So you get the point. Jake always just say, "Oh, help my mama, my mama, my mama, my mama, my mama." But you don't never, and you rarely will ever see Jake talk about their fathers, man. So again, have mercy, have understanding. Just like Elder Gabar said, through the Spirit, make amends with your father. See what happened, see his story, see his side. Hey, if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't work out, hey, so be it, But if it does, hey, call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. With that, I'm going to say shalom.